So, hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna discuss what I would say that's one of the most important habits that you can do for your mental health. That is the action of trying to look for your life to be and to have gratitude towards the things that happens in your life and that you have in your life. And so what you have to understand is that our brain it is made to naturally be more pessimist than it is optimist. And so we have to understand that our brain is made to survive. And if we're made to survive, what you're gonna focus? You're gonna focus on things that we like in our life, or we're gonna look or think in things that are a threat for our life. Probably we're going to go for the second choice, which is as a machine that is a brain. It is made to make interpretations about reality, to draw us only to seek things that we don't like in our environment. And so you have to accept that if you not control it, if you not learn, if you not make it learn for your brain, as like naturally we're not born with having language, because we're not made specifically to have the ability to talk. We as a species, we are an animal. If we go for fundamentalist talking, we're gonna see that what's like our main goals is to survive, is to reproduce, to see our genes going forward for the next generations. And probably they're like the two most important things that you're gonna see that most generate uh, pleasure for you. What's other thing that in car that has connected with having our genes getting passed? Probably is when we do sex, and people when do sex they feel to and to have orgasms, because it's a way that our body has to make it uh, pleasurable, something that's important for the meaning of this existence. So that's why we like to do this action, this behavior. That's why people as well they feel good when they escape from a trap. That's why people feel stressed when they feel a trap, because it's a way that the body has to react to generate a trigger in a way that makes him more prone, or if it's an action that's good, making more pleasure, working with the pleasure system, or making with our work of perceiving our environment when is a bad thing to put us in a better state in short term, because when you feel stressed you're better in short term, and so you're going to have a higher probability to survive. And so all this talk is to talk what you cannot blame yourself by being a bit more pessimist if you not have the knowledge or the education, then you can have the ability to change it, obviously gradually, because it's like a way that your brain is made. But the reality that is, and we can know, is people are not made to talk, but we have the ability to talk, and people talk it easily. And so we have the ability to well change and make it so some behaviors being something that we want our brain to practice and start being even cautious. When you're talking, you're not thinking all the words that you're saying, it just flows. And that's what is the objective of the gratitude. Applying gratitude in a routine, in a behavior, something that's so gonna solidify in your brain as action, it will make you unconsciously your brain working towards for your life, to see your life and see for good things. Because what's the action in gratitude? Now we're gonna go so to describe how you do it. Gratitude as is like you taking a take from your day initially is an action, a behavior, and you're gonna like you cannot like list, you can just think, say it. You're gonna say it, start by 10 phrases that are like 10 things that I praise that I have in my life. I can start by saying that I praise that I have health. Most of the people and probably a lot of teams could have diseases that I fortunately I don't have. I could describe other word, other phrase that I could be present in that things. I have enough money to survive. I have enough money to be present, to talk with people, to also not be drifting, to be under. I would say that by the majority of people, I would say that the people have family. A lot of people probably they don't have the family that I do have, so I feel grateful by having it. I can say that other things that majority of people tends to have and do not perceive. I have the pleasure of being alive. I have the pleasure to being alive as a human. Probably human is the better species that you can be. Born it, you're like the most advanced. Majority of the times you're not treating for having your life get taken. You as well feel good because the reality is that you can learn and do so much things. You can enjoy that you live in an era that a lot of things are produced by other ones, and we are organized in economy that a lot of the people they work and they try to satisfy their own needs, but by doing it as well contributing for the goals of the other ones. And that's the way that you can make it and make remodify the way that your brain is working to understand well. You're trying to seek for bad things in your environment, but look for what are all the type of things that have in comparison with probably a animal that's built to just be eaten by us humans, someone that probably has bad life, that lives much less than me, that doesn't have consciousness, that they cannot learn, cannot have like this experience that I have. You see, this action is something that makes you have your brain like working in a different way than is only looking for drifts. And it's not something that obviously turns you in someone that is doesn't have accountability, does not feels like that has nothing to do, just has to be grateful. We cannot be hate or hate. What I'm saying is not to be totally unbothered by the things. What I'm saying it is, if you want to be sustainable in long term, you cannot be always stressed and always feeling that looking for bad things and feel stressed by something. When you apply gratitude, you start building a reference belief in your brain that you have a good life. You have a good life. And by having good life, your drive during the day increases because your perception of your brain is that the probabilities of something bad happening to them is much lower because you're reinforcingly actively because you spend like 10 minutes a day like a block that you say that you're gonna do it, and it's something that's helpful because can be made like just by your home, can be something that helps you to recharge, not being stressed by being always stimulated by social media, by phones, by screens. It's something that has as well this utility. It's something that helps you to get more ability to have self-consciousness because when you apply gratitude you can as well apply maybe something that can have a paper of applying it for you understanding, having like consciousness about what's the state in your brain is. What you can as well try to understand your emotions, you can as well understand your how the way that you evolve during so the time. And so it's something that you have to get in count. Now, what is important to say? This is needed to be during a good amount of time because what you're trying is like making a learn and you just not learn by doing one time and get so and you forgot. What you have to do is that you have to spend just like 10 minutes a day. It's not something that takes you a lot, as more just a paper that just building so this learn your brain that makes you to feel more relaxed, more peace. It's something that has this paper, but it's also something that helps you to kind of be as a block that you take a time for you, that so you're not getting bothered, reduce the stress levels is something that's good as well for that. And obviously by this ability to apply so these actions, what science seems to say that's good and why this is increasing, because they have done it, there's a test, and what they've shown that gratitude has been linked to the reduced symptoms of depression, anxiety, stress. And it's something that's reality because stress is the perception of truths, and when your perception of truth is too much, you start so your brain starts to be more stressed. When you do it, when you're trying to achieve for good things, you're gonna so get less achievements because it's like limited. Your brain cannot be always perceiving things unlimited. No, it perceives things. The thing that is perceived is limited to just amount of things. And if you work more in trying to make it fullify more with good things, you're gonna have less time. Your brain is gonna perceive less bad things because you're working in your belief and you understand that majority of things that you have are just not real problems. Because applying gratitude is as well something that is applying reasoning. When you're applying gratitude, you're not just being deluded and saying, "Oh, I have the good life, I don't have problems." Not, it's not about that. Not exaggerate. It's not about it. What you're trying to do is to be realistically realistically see what are the good things, because realistically everyone has good things. It's what about? It's not being deluded. It's not being it's not to make it unbothered by enough by something. Not. It's not that the paper. The paper is trying to make your brain to make more positive by applying it consciously, actively during just a lot amount of times all day, 10 minutes. Makes your brain work in some different way, changes the dynamics to feel less stressed, to feel less anxiety and suffer so with the effects that comes with having these disorders in our current day that we're always almost stressed and feeling anxious. As well, so by having this paper to reduce stress, anxiety, helps you to have a better sleep than most of the people seems to suffer with the lack of quality of sleep. Increase happiness, obviously, because you're expressing thanks, and the thanks when you're feeling gratitude, you're working with happiness, and so it's shifting focus from the negativity for positive, which is something that increases serotonin. That's the hormone that's really correlated with the systems of pleasure and feeling well during your your lifetime. And so it's something that you have to do. And obviously, by feeling less stress, being from positive gratitude, you give more value for the things that you have. And it's something that helps you as well to have better relationships with the other ones. And so praise them more. And that's something that obviously helps you in as a second type of consequence that comes with the action of applying gratitude for yourself as well. You can have the ability to be better, and so you try to treat other ones better, which makes you as well other ones give you as well better treatment, which as well so increases your happiness. So it's like have second order thinkings. It's like if you look for second order thinking, you're gonna see that you have a lot of consequences, almost like exponentially for applying this action. So I hope this video helps you to put in your blog all day applying these actions of gratitude.